Hello, Collective. This is Tam from Artemis Oracle doing your evening reading today. Well, evening reading in the sense that it's 6 p.m. here in New York. And let me see. I picture yours and mine, but I can't. So, let me see something. Okay, there. Okay, so let's see what messages you need to know at this time. I'm going to go into the Maruk X Clarifying Love Situations deck. Let's see what messages you need to know at this time. If you're new to my channel, my name is Tan Artemis Oracle. I hope you're all doing well, staying safe. Let's see what messages you need to know for your highest and greatest good. Clarifying Love Situations deck is the one I'm using right now. Let's see what messages you need to know at this time. Take the messages that resonate, leave behind what doesn't. Not everybody's situation is the same. And so this could be something that's going on around you, something you could have experienced already, or something to look out for. So let's see what you need to know at this time. What messages the collective need to know? Okay, clean up, owning the mess to clean up, making healthy choices, prioritizing, positive life changes, accountability, releasing burdens. Then we have at home. Okay, a place the heart belongs to be, or the heart belongs to be. The heart longs to be comfort, happy foundation, easy familiarity, secure residence, welcoming family. Okay. Okay. Hanging. No action is being taken. Stuck, standstill, break, waiting, no action, hesitation, cancel, withdraw, avoiding. Okay. I don't know if somebody needs to clean their house and they haven't been doing that. And then we have justice. The truth will be revealed. Contracts, legal matters, life lessons, equality, balance, fairness, integrity, truth, and law. And at the bottom, we have I like you. I like you. Coming closer to falling in love, romance blooming, fun flirting, falling in love, want to date, someone likes you, and early stages. So take the messages as they resonate. Mon chéri. Mon chéri. So I don't know, some of you owning the mess to clean up. So there could have been some sort of mistake that someone has been making that they need to address, that they haven't been taking any action on. So that basically someone has to own up to some sort of mistakes that they've made. I don't know if someone is feeling, I want to say left out in the cold, feeling abandoned. They miss somebody, but the at-home card, a place the heart wants to be. But there's some sort of mess that needs to be cleaned up. Someone has to take accountability, own up to something. Somebody may also have to release certain burdens. Side message, some of you may need to declutter your home. I know I do. But I'm saying that because we got to clean up in the home. And then there may be certain things in your home that kind of has taken up some space. It may be actual physical space or it could be taking up energetic space. So there could be something that you need to get rid of because it may be bringing down the energy in your home space. You know, I'm not a, what do you call it? A feng shui type of person, though I feel like I think there's validity to that. Because you don't want to be holding on to certain things that are tied to negative, that may have negative energy attached to it. And you know, negative energy it could be just negative memories. Whenever you look at something in your house and it incites like this negative trigger within you, it might be something that you need to release. That's just a side message that I'm getting. Now, someone does need to take accountability for some sort of mess where they could have brought some disruption or disharmony within a shared space, within a home or any place. It could be a community or within a relationship, because in a relationship, you could feel at home with someone. So maybe somebody did something, they made a mistake and they need to own up to it and take some sort of action. But it seems like no action has been taken so far because somebody is left hanging. No action is being taken. So I think the reason why nothing has been there hasn't been balance restored or justice restored in a situation is because no action has been taken, you know, and somebody could be bringing some sort of stagnation or bringing something to a standstill because someone doesn't want to own up to a mistake. Someone doesn't want to take accountability that they made the wrong choice, that they made bad choices. But it's like when you start to own up to the mistakes you make, whether it's within a relationship or even within yourself, like you look at the things that are going on within your life and you're knowing that you're the common denominator, and I'm talking about personal, not outside of a relationship, and you take accountability, that's where positive changes can be brought because you're aware of the changes that need to be made. In turn, you know what you need to do, what action you need to take. But that's what I'm getting. Okay. I'm putting it all together. Someone does like somebody. They like somebody. It says, I like you. Somebody could be developing emotional, like besides liking, maybe developing romantic, because you could like somebody and it doesn't have to be romantic. It could be in a platonic sense, but it can transition into a romantic sentiment. Now, let's see. What's clean up? I'm going to clarify clean up. If you're new to my channel, my name is Tan. Artemis Oracle is my channel. I'm an Oracle Tarot card reader. If this message resonates with you at all, please like, share, and subscribe. Okay, so clean up. What needs to be cleaned up? What needs to be cleaned up in this situation? Okay, Page of Wands. Somebody needs to communicate something. Someone definitely needs to take some sort of action. The clean up and the hanging heart are like, I think, together because it's like taking some sort of action is what will bring resolution to an issue. So someone definitely needs to communicate with the Page of Wands. Someone needs to take the first step. Someone has to take the lead. And it's the person that needs to take accountability for whatever they've done that has disrupted the relationship. Okay. I gotta take all of them because we got the Four of Swords. Someone maybe needing to apologize because they're, when someone takes accountability for anything wrong they've committed towards somebody, it allows there to be healing, especially if the person is apologizing from an authentic space. It's a genuine apology. And it's like this could really make a positive shift in a relationship because now you're like, someone's taking accountability, which is the Page of Wands taking action, the action-oriented page, but it's a communicator. It could be an apology, right? Because I'm not going by that because owning up to the mess, owning the mess to clean up. The apology allows there to be, or the communication, right? Allows there for there to be healing, so for someone's heart to be mended, or at least but also allows there to be a positive shift, and then even a continuance or like continuing to invest in something. The Seven of Pentacles, though, is interesting here because it's like yes, okay, I get it. Because if you think about it, the Seven of Pentacles is like you're reviewing something, you're evaluating something, you're seeing whether something is worth investing in, continuing to invest in. You're looking at the results. So I feel like that will bring positive results, positive change with the Seven of Pentacles. Let me see this at the bottom. Two of Cups. Oh, excuse me. I don't know what this person did. Hopefully, because the Page of Wands is like considered like the flirty page. I don't know if somebody was, I'm going to put this out there. I don't know if somebody was talking to somebody, flirting with somebody. It could be that, but it could be that. Maybe somebody was talking or flirting with somebody, and then they realize that, they hurt somebody by doing that, and then they have to take accountability, because sometimes people could do that and they don't realize, oh, wow, I didn't know that me talking to someone was going to hurt someone else. But it depends on the type of communication you're having. Now, if you're flirting and you're in a relationship, and then of course it's going to hurt the person you're with, because you're kind of like you're cheating, I'm gonna be honest, like if you're talking to somebody that you're not in a relationship with while you're in a relationship, that is the first step towards cheating. Sometimes people don't understand that. So someone needs to understand that, I'm not in a relationship. I'm not getting salty or anything because it's not my situation here. But I'm just saying, I know, like for me, I understand that. And I think other people do too. If you're in a relationship, you should not be flirting with other people. You should not be entertaining other people. If you're in a serious relationship, if you're not in a serious relationship, then you have to let it be known with the person that you're not in a serious relationship with, so they don't get upset or hurt or feel like betrayed. But if that's the case, or if it's not the case, someone has to take accountability and understand, okay, yeah, I understand, needs to understand that it may have been innocent. It may have been unintentional. But the thing is, you cannot, if you really care about somebody and you don't want to do anything to hurt them, then you won't be flirting or doing things outside the relationship that, honestly, that you wouldn't want your person doing to you, So this could be like the person owning up. I'm getting that, owning the mess, because I'm just like, I know the Page of Wands is considered like the flirty, playful page. Page is about communication. So I don't know if somebody was flirting with somebody and then someone got upset, because we're going by the cleanup card, owning the mess to clean up. And one of them is taking accountability, So simply like being genuine and offering an apology and having an understanding that, yeah, that's inappropriate behavior, can take the relationship to a positive shift, especially if it's one that you want to continue investing in, with the 7 of Pentacles here. Okay, how you doing? So at home, what's this at home card? What is the at home card? At home. Hermit. So someone's been spending, why is it tending? Spending some time alone at home. So maybe somebody's missing home. I mean, if you were in a relationship and you did this and you got kicked out, or like you were kicked out of heaven, like kicked out of, you make me feel like I've been locked out of heaven. Hopefully this isn't a grass is greener type of situation, because if the grass was greener where you thought it was, you need to stay there with the astroturf where you belong, you fake motherfucker, or you fake bitch, Good to hear. So at home, the Hermit. So someone may be feeling isolated, has really taken the time to reflect on their actions, and they having that sudden realization, and this is just by the theme of before. Another thing too that came to my mind is like, sometimes if you're away from people that you love, and let's say it's separate from this cleanup situation, and it's because, sometimes certain parts of the reading may not resonate with everybody, but I don't know if there could be some sort of separation. For whatever reason, it could be like a no contact situation. It could be a breakup, or it could just be that you're far away from somebody. You're far away from. You're alone in the sense that you're not with who you want to be with, and someone could be having that realization that someone is their home. Because with the Hermit and the Tower card, it's like that shocking realization. But that's like a realization that someone can have when they're on their own and they're reflecting. But then, you know how it is. What was I going to say? I forgot what I was going to say. You know how it is when absence makes the heart grow fonder. But sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't. So someone could be missing somebody. Someone could be traveling or feels disconnected from somebody. There has been some sort of disconnection, because the Hermit is someone who self-isolates on purpose. But sometimes you could isolate yourself because, like, say you're like traveling for work and you have to leave, and your person can't go with you, so you have to go on a journey on your own. But then it's like, wow, like, oh, I'm far away from who I want, who I love, and wow, like I cannot be out of their presence. You know what I mean? I don't want to be like super romantic, but I know some people feel that way, you know? Tell me more. Oh, a card flipped. Yeah, somebody's deep in their emotions, and this is like major arcana here. Hey, hi Tasha, how are you? See, somebody is like deep in their emotions. This could be something that I guess like the distance could possibly be what's the is a trigger, a catalyst for this person, because maybe these are emotions that this person keeps secret or kept secret, or somebody could be in denial. You know how we could be in denial of our emotions. We try to rationalize things. One song that's really good to listen to is I'm Not in Love by 10cc. In that song, he's basically saying, I'm not in love, so don't, what he says? So don't, do. It's like he makes an excuse, like, I have your picture, but yeah, don't ask for your picture back because you can't have your picture back. I need that picture of you so I could cover that stain that's on the wall. Oh, so you're not in love, but you still need my picture, you know? And don't forget it. Yeah. Thank you, Savage. I love that song. So that song is like a person, like a song about someone being in denial about being in love. Even though, like, I was saying that the person who wrote that song, I think he was just like, I don't know if that song was a bit, I don't know if I would say it's satire in a way, but it's like, it goes against, like, I don't want to say oxymoron. It's like he's saying, I'm not in love, but it's like he's contradicting himself in the song. So I don't know if somebody was doing that with their feelings, their emotions. Like, yeah, I'm not in love. It's not that big a deal. Yeah, it's not that. Yeah, I just like you. I just like you. You know, I just like you. It's not love. It's just like I like you. It could just be that. Yeah, it's silly. Just a silly phase I'm going through. Yeah. See, so yeah. So someone's like, yeah, I do love this person. This is where I long to be. This is the person this person is my home. This person is where I want to be. And it could be tied up to the cleanup too. Somebody made a mistake and they need to take accountability for it. And it could be because they realize somebody is their person, you know? Hopefully it was like a forgivable thing. But sometimes too, I know I said like maybe somebody was flirting or something, but you know, sometimes like the Page of Wands is, think of the Wands energy. They're maybe somebody said something like try to be funny, but usually that'll be more the Swords energy, because the Swords are more funny, they're more intellectual, they're humorous and all that. Your humor comes from your intellect, you know, um, to a certain extent. You know, but maybe the Page of Wands was playing around too much. Maybe he wasn't playing, or he or she, I can't say he, because in this card is actually a she, you know, but he or she may have been, maybe they were playing too much, being a little too silly, maybe being a little immature. And I think this came up in a reading before, that they said something and they were like, I didn't mean it that way, you know, but it may have hurt somebody, you know. Hello, not yet. Let's see, what's this Hanging card? Make sure my cards are in reverse. I noticed some cards are in reverse. Let me check, fix that. The Magician, because that could influence the reading. If it comes out in a reverse, it's fine, but I like my cards upright, because then if it comes out reverse, then I know it's meant to. I don't read reversals like that. Just making sure everything is upright. Hold on a moment. I'm reading your message, Tasha. You're too generous. No, I don't have an Amazon wish list. I mean, like I do have one, but it's like I haven't made one for my channel. Um, that's so funny. Look at that. Our card. The Scorpio card flipped over. I heard a noise and like a dumb horror star, a horror movie star or actor. I went in outside to check if there was a killer out there. Yeah, I do like traditional tarot. I have so many decks. I have so many. But thank you so much. If I have one wish list, I will share it. But thank you for asking about that. I really appreciate you, Tasha. Oh my gosh, in my mind, I'm like thinking there's a book I would like, but I'm like, if and when I have an Amazon wish list, I will put it in my description box. I will mention it. But I really appreciate your generosity. I know how we Scorpios are. That's why we gotta be careful. We don't want to be taken advantage of. You know? Okay, so we have the hanging card here. No action is being taken. Stuck, standstill, break, waiting, no action, hesitation, standstill. Withdrawal, I already read that part. Avoiding and cancel. Okay, so let's see what comes out with the hanging. Let's see. Oh, I didn't read that. Okay, two cards came out. Three cards actually. Hanging, no action being taken. So two of swords is like indicating somebody is stuck in their head. They're stuck between two thoughts, two ideas that you know what's so funny? Because I'm gonna mention this. The Six of Swords came out, right? This is about moving away from conflict and going towards peace, calmer waters. Then we have the Hierophant here, which is like commitment, it's marriage. It's also about higher learning, also having faith and even like maybe like some sort of personal spiritual ascension. But it could be also, I want to say, I know this is Hierophant card, but I wanted to say maturity too, like so, like higher understanding. So it could be that maybe somebody's having the clarity. Maybe they were confused, like say if somebody was upset. I mean, upset somebody, and they're not really understanding what happened. So maybe they have a different perspective. Maybe they talked to somebody, they got advice from somebody, if somebody who's wise, who kind of like informed them, like, yeah, you did that, and you know, that wasn't right. You know, you probably have to make things right or something. But then I think the hanging energy could be like somebody's in two minds, not really knowing what to do, but maybe they sought advice from somebody who advised them to make amends, to make things right, to move past the conflict. Um, At the bottom is like 10 of cups. So it's like come together, happiness, family and stuff. So it's like you want to be happy, then you have to make amends. You have to take accountability. Because you know how sometimes I want to say something about regret too. Um, Because I know the Two of Swords, they don't really say it's it could be overthinking. It could be overthinking about which side, like what you should take, or not even understanding what happened. Maybe trying to look at two point of views, two different perspectives. Maybe replaying a conversation in your mind, because you see how the birds, the crows are like, they look like they're yapping. So it's like maybe somebody is in their head trying to replay something and they're not sure. So they're like, they probably ran it by somebody else and told them like, yo, this is what happened. This is what was said. This is what I said. This is what I said. This is what they said. And the person is like, ha ha ha, you know, like, you dumb motherfucker, you need to apologize. I'm sorry. It's because he's laughing right now. Like, you imbecile. I'm sorry. Oh, thank you. But you have to take care of your kids. Your kids come first, okay? I don't want to take away from your children, but I appreciate you. I really, really do. I really do. Growing up, like sometimes I felt left out, like, you know, so I really appreciate you because you're making me feel very valued right now. Oh, wow. See, we have the hangman card coming out too. Someone's definitely saying, okay, but thank you. I can't, I don't want to keep negating. Yeah, thank you. I'll let you know as soon as I do. I'll mention it in a live stream once I do it. So we have the hangman here, and then we have the hanging card. So someone definitely needed to look at something from a different perspective, That's Pisces energy. Look, with the sun. So someone could see where they could have caused some sort of disappointment and maybe wanting to go towards peace. Because think about this. You see your Six of Cups here. I mean, Six of Swords. Six of Cups is like past nostalgia. So someone's definitely reflecting since I said that. But the Six of Swords is someone moving away from conflict. But you see it's blue. So it's sad. It's like a sad, dreary type of energy there. But then the sun is like moving away from the sadness, the grief, the blues, depression possibly. Because, maybe somebody is depressed because they're like, wow, I miss my person. And you see this. There's a lot of blues here. With the Hermit and the Moon card. So someone's definitely in the blues. Maybe, like I said, it could be regret. And they want to be happy again. They want to feel happy again. They want to bring happiness back into the situation. So the next card we have is Justice. Okay, Justice. The truth will be revealed. What's the truth will be revealed? What is the truth being revealed? Okay. All right. I saw the Strength card. The truth is going to be revealed. Contracts, legal matters, life lessons, equality, balance, fairness, integrity, truth, and law. Like the Hierophant is someone who teaches lessons, So maybe someone enlightened them about something, which is what the Hangman is too. Or maybe somebody took some time to really reflect, and that's where the enlightenment is coming from too. If they didn't seek advice, maybe they were playing and like, ugh. Hi, Alpha. Thank you so much. Well, let's see. What's the Justice? Oh, look, I saw the Three of Swords in the bottom. Just so you can see, I'm not lying. The Three of Swords. And then remember, you had the Four of Swords here. Somebody definitely hurt somebody's feelings. Or maybe this person is feeling hurt too. Because, sometimes when you really care about somebody, or that's like an anguish card right there. Like somebody feels some sort of anguish, mental anguish. Because remember, Swords, it shows the heart. But, remember your thoughts incite emotions. So you could be reflecting on something and it's stirring up like hate. Oh, you are? Cool. That's good to know. Like Ace of Pentacles. Maybe somebody wants to come in with an offer, like wanting to, a small gift, a small gesture, something of value. But what's the Ace of Pentacles? So they could be starting something new. With Justice. Oh my God. I want to say Jackson. I don't know if that means anything. Because I was going to say Jazz. But I was like, that's not a word. And then in my head, I was like, Jackson. Justice. Maybe Jason? I don't know. Jackson? Jason? That might mean something. Four of Wands. See the home card. At home. At home? Home. Coming home. Ooh, okay. I don't know, for some of you, you could be already like, you may be living with this person or you lived with this person. And maybe you told them like, you need to leave. I don't know, remember, Everybody's situation. I said somebody's missing home. Somebody's having that sudden epiphany that somebody's home, or maybe somebody got kicked out the house. Take it as it resonates. But somebody wants to make some sort of gesture so that they could return home with the justice card. They want to bring balance into the. Now, I don't know if this is a love reading, but I have to say this too. I don't know if some of you are going to get some sort of offer more justice. It could be a legal matter, right? I mean, that is part of the card's meaning too. But I don't know if this person, like say, remember I told you, oh, I like you, but then this person is realizing I love you, you know? This person, maybe for some of you, this person may want to get married. Like they realize you're the person I want to commit to. Some of you could have had an argument about getting married. That happens. And then maybe this person's like, yeah, it's making me think about that movie with, what's that movie? With Jennifer Aniston. I don't know if it's the one where she was with Ben Affleck. He's Just Not That Into You. But I think there was another movie she was in with, I think, Vince Vaughn. And I think he didn't want to get married or something. I don't know what happened. I don't remember that one. But it's the movie she was in where the person didn't want to get married. And I think it was He's Just Not That Into You. But he realizes, wow, they eventually got married, you know, and she realized, wow, marriage isn't that important because look, my sisters are married and look at how their husbands are. They lazy, they don't help, they don't do nothing. And then this guy, Ben Affleck's character, he does everything. He cleans the dishes, he does the laundry. She was like, damn, he was more of a husband than my sister's actual husbands, you know? But then eventually they got married in the end of the movie, you know? Because he knew it was important to her, but then she realized it's not that important because I have this man who cares about me, who loves me and treats me as if I am his wife already, even though we don't have the title of husband and wife, you know? So I don't know, that made me think about that movie. Maybe some of you had an argument about marriage and maybe somebody was like not really wanting that. Maybe they felt like they'll feel trapped and they had a shocking realization that like, wow, if I'm with the person I love, will I really be trapped? And this is only if it's a healthy relationship. I'm not talking about like abusive, narcissistic, sociopath relationship, you know? Remember we were talking about that earlier today? Oh yeah, for real? Oh wow. What? Oh. Oh, okay, good. So for some of you, well, that could be your karma. I'm sorry, Savage. Oh gosh. I'm sorry. I hope everything works out the way it's meant to. What's fair for you. I hope it works out the way it's meant to. Because that's one of the justice card. So it says contracts, legal matters, life lessons, equality, balance, fairness, integrity, truth, and law. Yeah, like I don't know, like this movie popped up in my mind because I just thought about Jennifer Aniston. So like the Ace of Pentacles, Four of Wands, and Ace of Wands. So somebody maybe wanting to bring balance into a situation, make some sort of small gesture, or there could be some sort of judgment that can help restore some sort of balance or something like a small victory in a way with the Four of Wands. Because the Four of Wands is about celebrating a small success, you know. But then there's passion involved in this too. So maybe somebody also feels inspired to take some sort of action. Something motivated to make an offer to restore balance. Okay. Ooh. Well, sorry. It's so weird, Savage, because lately I've been seeing these videos on my recommended feed of woman, I'm not, and I don't know, like, remember, there's two sides to a story, and I'm not saying you're a liar because I don't know you, okay? So don't take any offense to what I'm gonna say, but it was I'm not anyway. It's about it was talking about mothers. I'm not taking anybody's side because I don't know you or your your child's mother, but I'm just an outsider. But they were showing me videos of women who have lied and got caught lying in court. And I was like, why am I being shown these videos? It's so weird. And then you say this to me. Well, I hope it works out the way it's meant to, because in all honesty, it should be what's best for your child, And hopefully whatever happens, it brings justice and balance for your child, because your child needs to have that within their life, I'm being very neutral because I can't take sides because I don't know, especially now that I've been watching narcissistic, manipulative, psychopath videos. I'm sorry, I'm not saying you're any of those things, but I have to be careful, I do not want to be exactly the way it's meant to be. So what matters is your child. What's best for your child. And if it's you and your baby, I don't like saying BM or baby mama or your child's mother. If it's you coming back together and restoring balance in the relationship and creating a healthy home for your child, then I hope that works out in that way for your child. Because sometimes people use children as pawns, and that's not cool. That's unfair to the child. Hey, Fairy Goddess, I hope you're doing well too. It's like I gotta be careful because I can't take sides. I think that's my Saturn and Libra. That's what it is. Because I have that mind where, like, you know how courts are. They have to hear both sides of the story, and then they have to make a conclusion. And that's how I am too. So I'm like diplomatic. I'm being diplomatic here. Yeah. But somehow, like, they were showing, like, I didn't watch the videos because I was like, this doesn't really relate to me. But in the video, it's like a judge catches mother in a lie and flips custody, But it looked like they were like in a Zoom hearing or something, which is interesting. You know what? I'm going to say this. Sometimes it's not even about you. When it comes to, I'm not like, because I know, like, in my family, I'm just going to say what happens in my family, because you got to do what you feel is right for you. And my family, which is kind of weird and not the greatest thing because it puts a lot of pressure on my sisters, they don't go after child support, and then they end up taking care of the kids by themselves. But the thing is, that was how my mother was too. She didn't take my father to court for child support. She was getting child support for me for some reason, but not my other siblings. And I think it might have been by default because in New York, they kind of automatically do that. Like if you're not married, then they kind of automatically, you go to court and they're like, oh yeah, the father has to pay whatever. They have some sort of hearing. I don't know. That was when I had my first son. They did that. And they did the whole child support thing. But if it's not about you, it's if you need, it's for your kids, and I'm not telling you what to do, but you have to think about what's fair to you. Because if you are financially responsible for your children, solely financially responsible, it's going to put a lot of burden on you. And we see a lot of single mothers who struggle. They have to overwork just to maintain their bills, take care of the home, but also they also have to play mom and dad, They have to compensate for the absent parent, And I say absent when the parent's not around, they're absent, so also if they're not contributing in any way. So, but the thing is, like, it's not about you, it's about your kids having that support. I'm not telling you what to do, but the thing is, like, this is how you can restore balance. Like I said, I'm not telling you what to do, but I feel like sometimes we put undue pressure on ourselves. That's not my circumstance. I fortunately didn't have to experience that, but I see it with my sister. I see her working 2 jobs, taking care of her 3 kids with I think he's her ex-husband now, and not asking for child support. She's like, I just want them to be there. I just want him to be there for the kids. That's it, which is valid too. And it's just as valuable, but child support is also important too, because what if, God forbid, something happens and you're not able to work? The children still have to be taken care of, I know, I'm sorry. And one thing fathers need to understand too, because and this is not me showing off, but when I went to grad school, I was studying education, and my paper was about the value of fathers being involved in their children's life, how they play an impact in their child's early child development. And fathers who were present had a positive change, a positive impact on their kids, more than the fathers that did pay. Because the fathers felt like, well, I'm giving you money, that's good enough. But that doesn't compensate for the quality time that a child has with their father. Fathers need to understand that their role is just as important as a mother's role. They need to learn how to show their children what a healthy masculine role model is. And the fact that they don't show up as that for their kids is an indication that they are not a healthy masculine role model. Now, that's him. That's his problem. That's his failure as a man, as a father, Wow. Like, I personally, my kid's father, he was there. Even when we divorced, he was there. He was supportive. So that's something I can't really connect with. And one of my friends, it's the same. They're taking care of their child on their own, the stress, the burden. I see it and he's a father, so I see it, how it impacts him. So, and I've seen how it impacted my mother, and I see how it impacts my sisters. I don't know about one of my sisters. She moved away, but she shitty ass husband. I guess that's the family curse in my family, except for me. I meet the shitty man. I don't get married to them. Thank God. I don't get married to the shitty man. Thank God. Sorry. I'm talking out loud. I'm thinking out loud. Sorry, I am talking out loud. Okay, you got to do what's right for you. If that's going to help you get an end with being involved in your child's life, then you do that. Let me read the comments, because I don't want to be ignorant and just be talking on my cooch. Okay. Okay. Or are you in Canada, Savage? Because you said provinces. But he has to understand, like, it's important for him to be involved with his children, because I don't think men understand to how, especially if you have daughters. Well, boys get impacted by this too. They need that masculine figure in their life, and they need that to see what it is to be a man. And we want children to be exposed to healthy parents, not parents that bring in toxicity and then harm them. Because remember, the way your parents are is how you're going to be raised, and that's going to impact you. Unless you're the type of child that's like, yeah, I don't want to be like my parents. I'm going to do the opposite of what my parent does, you know? And some kids are like that. They just somehow are smart and then they somehow are protected and they don't get affected. Like they are impacted, but they're able to not end up in the same like cycle, I would say. Oh, wow. Hmm. But I don't like, see, I'm thinking outside the box. Um, Tasha, I'm thinking if he doesn't want to be there, do you really want him to be around the kids if he doesn't want to be there? Because if he's not in that energy to want to be around his kids, I think they could sense that. And I don't think that's a good thing because it might, like the way he is, I don't know how he is. But I remember you said something that he kind of like threw in your face a while ago. But I don't know if he's the type that, like, will he be present when he's with the kids? You know, like, oh, for real? You think of yourself that way too, Savage? What's your sign, Savage? Because you are Canadian? Okay. Because I feel like I'm a karmic. I feel like I'm karmic sometimes. You know, it's tricky. It's tricky with that because I don't know if that will also initiate the child support thing. I remember states have different laws, so that could be something you research. But the thing is, it's like I would say this: it's like, does he want to be there? Because you don't want your children around somebody who doesn't want to be around them. You know what I mean? Yes, he needs to be. Yeah, but definitely, if he doesn't want to be there, like, because you hear like sometimes you don't want like certain people. I don't. Certain people they take certain things out on the kids, and I'm not saying about that about your kid's father, Tasha, because I don't know like how he is in that way. But some, it's like you don't the energy, you know, because I know how it is. Some guys they just when they leave, it's like the kids are like forgotten because now they have a new life and they want to start over and they create a new family. You know how it is? Like we hear these stories, you know? I remember, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. No, you did not fail them. Nope, 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 nope. And I told you already, it's his responsibility as a father. You're the mother. You're there. You're nurturing them. You're taking care of them. You're present. He's giving the financial because that's what men think. And I'm not, some men think that it's about the money. And that's more like that machismo, like I have to be the provider. But also, men need to also be present too, you know? What they say is like the three P's, the provider and the protector and the like, hello, be present. That's another P that needs to count too with your kids, you know? Good for you, Savage. I'm glad you're having a place to live. Oh, you're talking about me, BB? Have I picked up on him, Tasha? Oh, you're a Gemini? Okay. Oh, you do? You get terrible readings? I don't, I don't watch other readings. Like, I only watch Scorpio, Cancer, and Leo because that's my sun, my moon, and rising sign. So I don't watch any other sign. I didn't know like Geminis get bad readings. And I know there's one tarot where he's like, I hate Geminis. Like, he was like Tyler's tarot. He's like, he doesn't like Geminis. It's the duality that your sign represents, you know? And my son is a Gemini. So I want to clarify the I like you card. Coming closer together to falling in love, okay? Someone that has been putting their guard up with the Nine of Wands. I mean, this could be something totally different. Someone could like somebody. Remember I mentioned the 10cc song? I'm not in love, so don't forget it. It's just a silly face I'm going through. Not in love, no, no. Look at that. We got the Nine of Wands and the Eight of Swords. So someone has been overthinking, but then they have that guard up. Maybe somebody has a guard up and that is causing someone to overthink. The Nine of Wands is somebody that doesn't give up. There's someone who perseveres, but also is indication like you need to take time to rest, take care, because you're reaching the end of something. But the Nine of Wands with the Eight of Swords, somebody could be overthinking and we did have the Ace of Wands, which creates the Ten of Wands, which is the end of a burden, closing out a burden, releasing a burden. So someone could be feeling emotionally burdened. Maybe if someone's feelings like are in the precipice of falling in love, that could have somebody in their head too. Let's see what else. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Exactly. You have to come first, Sasha. You can't take on his failures. That's not you. That's not your fault. His lack of doing his part as a father. Mm-hmm. So 9 of and 8 of Swords. Okay. So what's this? One more? Since I got the Emperor with the 8 of Swords. The Emperor with the 8 of Swords. So 9 of Wands. So somebody's going to take power. They're going to take control over a situation. Or maybe someone's becoming more confident in themselves and wanting to take some sort of action. So I feel like with the World card, it's like someone may be taking that leap. Because after the World is the Fool. Let's see. I got the Queen of Wands. Yeah, so someone may be strategizing too with the 7 of Swords, you know? I mean, because the I like you card, it doesn't have a negative connotation. It just seems like somebody's guarded about their emotions, wanting to protect themselves, but definitely in the head. But someone is going to take action. They just have to build up the confidence to follow through with some sort of plan, some strategy that they're employing with the 7 of Swords, you know? Because I know this card gets a bad rap, but it has two meanings. You could be strategic and you could be sneaky, but it could be negative or positive. You know, there's two sides of one coin, you know. It could be a negative strategic or a strategy or a positive strategy, you know. See, this is like the Justice card right here too with the 6 of Pentacles. You know, somebody's going to restore balance. If someone has been in denial about their emotions and kept somebody hanging. Yes, speak it to existence, Tasha. Speak it into existence. me see. 705. Oh, look at that, the support card. We'll overcome issues at hand. Baby steps. It's like things are going to be changing slowly. And honesty, honest talk. Oh. I'm sorry you're going through that, Savage. I hope everything works out for you and for your daughter. Wow. I don't know if Alpha's still here. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's what I always say. Always make sure your cup is full. Because if everybody gets the overflow. Even like, because remember, you have to be, your energy as a parent. And I know this because I've been in a bad space as a parent where I wasn't taking care of myself, you know? So you definitely are. Yeah. And that's normal too. That's normal to grieve. It's like you're grieving like who he was and what you could have had. So it's like getting to that point where you could accept it. But it's like, and this is why it's important for you to take care of yourself and put yourself first, you know, because you're the one now like responsible for your babies. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have to remember the reason we live. We're living. I'm happy you guys are connecting, that you're all, relating to each other. That's a good thing. Especially since I can't resonate with that. I can only speak as from being a child whose father left, and wasn't involved and was barely supportive financially. So I can only speak from that angle, not as a parent who had to take care of a child by myself, Yeah, you have to process your emotions. You know what? Let her go do her thing. The thing is, like, you definitely need to focus on reconnecting with your daughter. Continue to work on that. The one thing we had to understand too is that we could tell somebody, and this is in general, because you could tell somebody, this is what you need to do, this is what you have to do. But the thing is, the person has to also be ready for that. Because the person may know they have that's what they need to do, but sometimes they still have to go through emotions. It's like if somebody dies, you can't be like, well, get over it. It's not like that. And everybody's time frame is different. So I think you know what to do, Tasha. It's just a matter of you don't like try to keep moving forward and try not to like stay stuck in if you take a couple steps back. Like they say, healing is dance. You're gonna go back and forth. But the thing is, you have to be patient with yourself too, you know. But the thing is too, like everybody, you already know what you have to do. It's just a matter of not letting your emotions take control over you, like those feelings, those memories, like pull you back into that space, you know? I hope everybody's advice helped you, Tasha. Because I know what it's like. Like my father was not there at all. And in reality, because I remember when my father was around, like he was the one that he would like, I was like I'm gonna say something. I don't want to say I was the favorite daughter, but I kind of like he would take me to go get the food. He would take me to go he would buy candy. He would buy us all candy. And sometimes I would get the bigger bag. So I was like a little spoiled in that way. But then like when my father left, it's like, wow, that's gone. So I can only speak from the child's perspective and how that impacts us even as we grow up as adults, because sometimes you'd be like, wow, your parents are the ones that teach you whether or not you're valuable. And if a child's parent isn't there, the child, of course, is going to think there's something wrong with them. They're going to think that they're not lovable, that they're not good enough, that, that's why daddy or that's why mommy's not around or whatever the reason is. You know what I mean? So children sometimes internalize that, and then that impacts them as adults. And then and from my experience, it kind of affects how I was dealing with people of the opposite sex. Oh, that's so cool. So it's like you kind of restored like balance in your own life, you know, and then if you, which is really good, but I know like the way court systems are. And it's funny because I was watching a video yesterday and like talking about how, and I don't know if it depended, like in this, I live in the US, but this person was talking about how the court system seems to favor men more than women. I'm like, what? I thought it was the opposite. But it might be a Nevada thing because I know it's not like that here in New York. At least I haven't dealt with that, so I'm not really familiar. But sometimes, I mean, what she was saying was that the courts seem to favor the men. And I was like, really? I didn't know that. I thought they always favor the mother because of the mother's role. But both parents are just as important, but in different ways. You know. Oh, wow, that's terrible. And it's funny that you're saying that, fairy goddess, because I was going to say this. Well, but when I was talking about the internalizing as a child, that I was like, in reality, I probably was better off without him, you know? But I didn't have a close relationship with my mother, you know? Definitely didn't have a good relationship with my mother. So it's good that you had a parent a parent there for you that could support you, you know? Wow. Mm-hmm. Because I'm like, oh, what did you do? What did you do to provoke him? And this is what that person was talking about in the video. Okay. Y'all don't need me to do a read. I'm good. I'm gonna put my cards away. I don't know if Alpha's still here because he also makes music too. He shared a couple of his songs with me. I don't think Alpha's here. I think he left. Alpha, we're thinking about you. Oh, I'm thinking about you. Thank you so much for the super chat. Yeah, he does. Ah. What kind of music you make, fairy goddess? And do you have any dubstep? I'm trying to think of some songs because I know I've heard some dubstep songs. Because that's dubstep is it's that thing that you record and then it records like different things and then you like it's something with the foot, like a pedal or something, and it records and repeats. Oh. No, Alpha came by because he wanted to hear me call him Alpha. Because he likes that I call him that. I'm joking. Partly joking. I love EDM music. Oh. But dubstep, is that like, don't they incorporate that in EDM music too? Yeah, like. Look, he's still listening. He's not talking, he's listening. What time is it? Like 7:17 here. And he's 3 hours ahead. No, behind. So it's 4:17 where he is. Because he's in the West Coast. You have weird shit. What kind of weird shit you have? You know, it's funny because when I started YouTube, like in 2014, I had an account and I was just singing. And I'm not the best singer. It was just me putting putting myself out there, you know, just to be comfortable. So I would sing songs, like I would do acapella, or I'll do like with the instrumental, I would sing. That's so cool. That was my weird shit. It's not that weird though. But if I think about it, I'm like, oh my God, I cringe, you know? Yeah, he has a YouTube channel, I believe. So you could look his handle up and then you'll be able to see his channel. Because in order to even comment on a video, you have to create a channel. Oh, that's good. Oh, that would have been so cool to be like in that environment, like to be surrounded by music. Like, well, if I had a father. Let me see. That's cool. What do you use to mix beats? Oh, and it's probably not the type of music you wanted to listen to, though, either. I mean, maybe. In the morning, yeah. All you have to do is they just have to look up your handle. So while they're live on the live stream, if they can minimize the video and then search your channel with your name, your handle, and it'll take them to your channel. Oh, BandLab. Isn't that on the iPhone? No, that's Bandcamp. I think, isn't it called Bandcamp? Yeah, good. Oh my God, you screenshotted me too. Oh my God. Hopefully I might have a weird face because I have weird faces when I'm talking. All right, it's Bandcamp, right? So is it that Band Tab? Maybe I'm getting it mixed up. Why am I thinking about American Pie right now? Bandcamp company. Because there is something called Bandcamp. What is Bandcamp and how does it work? It's an online music store and promotion platform where independent artists and labels sell digital downloads, physical records, cassette CDs, and merchandise directly to fans. Okay, I didn't know that. It's free to join and use for listening to music, but it's not entirely free for all of its music features. Users can create a free fan account, stream tracks, or buy music or merchandise, while artists can sign up and upload music at no upfront cost. Bandcamp. So let me look up the other thing. What you said it was? Let's see. BandLab. Music studio. Yeah, BandLab. That's what it's called. It's a music audio editor. Make music anywhere with BandLab. Oh my God, I'm good. Sponsored, not sponsored by BandLab, or Bandcamp. Oh, that's not so cute though. Oh, I'm so sorry, Savage. Oh, I like the title, Stealing the Moon. That's cute. I like that. I like anything that says moon in it, actually. I love the moon. That's my girl. Oh, it does. Ooh, okay. So since you're all talking, I don't know if there's somebody that's waiting. They're like, oh, should I ask a question? Can I ask a question now? Like, if you have a yes or no question, you can ask it. Since they're talking amongst themselves. Let's see. Because soon I'm going to have to go home. And, okay. So if anybody has a yes or no question, if not, I'm going to be ending this live stream in 5 minutes. Yeah, see, Artemis. Yeah. She's the moon goddess, one of the moon goddesses. There's many moon goddesses. Yeah, it is. It shows up in the chat. So they could you could search it. I'm gonna so you could take screenshots. So anybody has a yes or no question? Because I'm gonna be ending the live stream in 4 minutes. Sorry, I'm only answering yes or no. Sorry. Only yes or no questions. Okay, so I'm just gonna ask if Nani has been thinking about Mia since they last spoke. Okay. You got the yes. You got a yes. She has. You got a yes, Mia. Okay. Savage. Is the person savage thinking about still waiting for a reunion? Okay. If it was the answer you want to hear, then it was the right speed. Let's see. Is the person savage thinking about waiting to reunite? Ooh. You gotta know. But like you see, there's these 3 spilled cups. So it's like there's certain things in the past that need to be addressed before the person can look towards the 2 of cups. You know? Because the 5 of cups is the cup of like regret, sadness, depression, you know, but for the past, for things that have happened. So it's like no, and it's probably because of whatever has gone down. That needs, yeah, it's saying no. It's like everything I said is on the card too. And you know, also too, it's the affirmation on this card says, I release sadness and embrace healing. So there definitely needs to be some sort of healing. Savage. I hope that helps. Of course, I know you subbed. You have to. That's the only way you can be in the chat. Okay, let's see. Will Tasha's ghoster reach out? Oh my gosh. Will Tasha's ghoster reach out? Will Tasha's ghoster reach out? Oh, it's saying yes. We have a yes. They could be seeing you as the Queen of Pentacles, or they could be waiting. They may be waiting until they have their money up but they probably see you as somebody who's valuable, who has value, you know, nurturing, caring. You're Scorpio. We are that. But you got a yes, BB. I hope that helps. Okay, so now it's time for me to go. Thank you so much for being here. So if you need to take screenshots of the chat or whatever, I'll be doing now because I'm gonna be um logging off. I hope the messages that I provided earlier today, or even for your personal question, yes, no question was helpful to you. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you so much for being here and for engaging with each other and supporting each other. I love that. It's a little different for me. I'm like, wow, this is different. But I'm glad that I'm creating a space for you all to connect and support each other. You know, I hope all of you enjoy the rest of your day or evening ahead. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Take care, everyone. Bye.